Do 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 you do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I don't know where he's going with this, folks.
I don't know either. I'm just having a good time. You're listening to the sultry sounds of the underground on Brothers in Arms podcast.
Thanks, Greg. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Brothers in Arms podcast. We are so glad that you're here tonight.
Zombies out there in the
Zombies?
Zombies.
Zombies. The Zambies. Hi, this is episode 92 of our weekly podcast, which has kind of turned into a bi-weekly, but that just happens because of life and everything that's involved with it. But hey, here we are, back at you again. Patrick, Greg, and Alex, three brothers from the same mother and father. Glad that you're here. Welcome back. Good to see you. How's it going, boys?
Hello.
Check in.
Cosmic, yes, check in. Brothers, check in. Still here.
We tired.
Still kicking.
Tired.
Boy, I was tired.
It is 9:42 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard. It is January 29th, 2022. Yeah, Alex, you have every reason to be tired, buddy.
I just got off the boat this morning.
Yeah, you did. Fresh off the boat.
Unfortunately. So we went out for a week and we hit some storms, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna pull back in."
You hit some storms? Were you smacked by that winter storm that came through? Like, did you get all kinds of goodness from that?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
It
that's
was bad.
awful. Oh, I'm so sorry.
And then there's a nor'easter going that's all the way from the southern tip of Florida, pretty much as north as you can go,
What?
and still be in the U.S. So we were like, So we turned around, we pulled in, got in late last night. I slept on the boat last night for duty. Had a couple of things happen that, everybody loves. There was a fire again.
Oh,
Everybody loves fire. It's always great.
just another fire.
Oh, dude, So, have you guys ever seen like massive amounts of steam?
No, I can't say that I have.
Okay, so have you ever put like a kettle on the stove and you've watched the steam come out of the spout?
Yeah.
Like you can see it. It's like a blast. Like even like those old cartoony videos where they have, the kettle that winds up for it and then just blows steam out of the pipe.
Right.
Yeah, that's what this thing looked like last night. It was pretty great, except it was smoke, because it was a fan that was on fire and it was just blowing smoke out into the space. And we're all just kind of looking at it. We're like, that's not good.
That's bad if you didn't know.
That's bad. So, luckily, we classified it as a thermal event and not a fire. So,
That's some fancy classification right there, my man.
That's fancy right there.
if we had classified it as anything other than a thermal event, a lot of different things would have happened, and a lot of people would be getting in trouble right now. So, it's a thermal event.
You'll be asking questions and stuff.
We don't like questions.
Don't feed me no
I'm with
lines
you.
and keep your hands to
Hands to
yourself.
yourself.
That's two.
Yes.
Mark it up for Patrick on the board, people. For those keeping score at home.
Let's
That's
go.
two.
That's two.
Oh. Oh.
Stop. That kicks off too many songs. Now knock it off.
I know. Oh, Shenandoah.
Well, that one works. That one works. Okay.
I long to see you. Oh, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
For the
What
record,
if he does himself?
doesn't count.
It
Doesn't count.
I was about
So
to
anyone that doesn't know that's ever listened, if in the future or in currently, if anyone's actually listening to this, it's an ongoing joke between Patrick and I. Patrick loves,
Hey,
and Alex does it too, but Patrick is notorious for it because I'll immediately fill in the blank. Patrick will sing a line from a song,
Maybe two.
maybe two, and that's all it takes. And I will immediately start filling it in and singing along.
Sometimes
And-
wrong words.
Yeah,
Yup.
and it turns into a game. It's very entertaining
Oh,
for
That counts
us
as
at
2
least.
points if it's the wrong words.
it does.
We actually tried to start a bingo card for a while there with a bunch of different things, and
That was back in the episode 50s, I think.
He was
Might have
always
been.
my free space for that, by the way.
That's right. Because it was.
It was inevitable.
it was a given. Greg's gonna start singing because all Patrick did was said like 2 lines of a song, and I immediately join in and start singing along, and it's just like, oh, there it is, got it. We're gonna try and play bingo,
And we've come full circle.
Yay!
and there was the other. That's another one. I love it.
Bingo. Bingo.
So, boy, you've been out on the boat all week doing things and stuff and things.
Oh, defending America's freedom, shipmate.
And
Yeah.
things. Yeah. Freedom.
Oh yeah, yeah. In my spare time, I managed to finish all of Demon Slayer season 1.
Nice.
So it's on
Oh.
Netflix. If you have not seen it, please watch it.
Okay.
We will discuss.
Okay. Noted.
I saw Encanto for the first time. That was pretty good.
Ooh, and
I have
Kanto.
Zoe's not here, so I haven't watched it yet.
It's pretty good. Saw it with a whole bunch of dudes that were all singing along.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh
In
man.
the Navy.
Oh,
We'll watch a movie too.
it gets bad. Yeah.
Encanto.
Yeah, seriously, Philip just jumped in and he was like, "Yeah, Demon Slayer season 1." Says he still has to watch the movie in season 2.
Oh hey, speaking of Phil, good job today, brother. I didn't watch all of it. I only caught a couple bits of it while I was doing some other stuff in the house, but very cool to watch you in your robotics competition. I have absolutely no idea what was going on the entire time. I'm so glad that your mom's message kind of prepped me for that, because I saw robots driving all over the place and picking
Robots.
up things and running over little donuts, and I was like, why are the donuts there? Like, what do those do? I don't understand. But it was
fun.
good.
It was good, wasn't it?
It was fun. It was fascinating. Like I said, I had absolutely no idea what was going on.
It will expand your understanding of what engineering is. I always thought,
Really?
man, battle bots are so cool. Like things are on fire and flipping things over, and dude, he just ripped that arm off and all that jazz. No,
Nope.
what they're doing is smart. Like Phillips Group, they not only built these robots, but then they coded them too to do the work that they're doing. It's just like mind blowing stuff. But yeah, exciting and good stuff. So
It
good
is
job,
stuff.
bud.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was pretty cool.
Absolutely. And we can real life application. It's coming.
Like honestly, like that was the most fascinating part. It was like what were they doing? Like they were picking up things that weigh a lot and trying to put them in a specific position, or like I saw one robot trying to balance on a teeter-totter, which was like, what does that do? I don't understand.
I don't know what's going on.
But it's cool.
It's so cool.
It's so cool. So yeah, we're gonna have to get him to come on and explain it to us. There we go. Sometime, and
I would enjoy that.
we'll get a better idea. But yeah, I mean it's good. And guys, he's been the president of that club for the last 2 years.
Oh, right on.
So
I did smile when they were picking teams. I could hear his voice quite clearly when they got to him. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, there's my nephew. He
Yeah.
is selecting his counterpart team that he wants for this next round.
Yeah, and it was so. Listen, so we were watching it throughout the entire day. Like what you caught, Greg, was like the end.
Yeah.
And throughout the day, and so the announcing guy on this Twitch stream was talking about the different groups and where they're from and all that jazz. And he goes, and the Fellowship of the Ring team, and I just smiled so big. I looked over at Carrie and I said, "I love geeks. Like, who else is gonna name their attack group? You know, Fellowship of the Ring, and we've got Dark Side over here, and another group is I don't know. There was one group about kittens.
Yeah. No, I got the my other favorite group was Le Boys 2.0 with a Z. And that was the funny part too, is the announcer even said like Le Boys with a Z
Yeah.
2.0. I was like, well, he's not wrong.
No, he's not. No, that's it was descriptive, intentionally descriptive, and it was good. It was very, very good. Which we're trying our very best to do for those who are just listening to our podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. You could be watching us live on twitch.tv/brothersinarmspodcast, or catch this episode later on YouTube on our YouTube channel, Brothers in Arms Podcast, all one word. But hey, we're glad that you're here, and we're going to do our very best to describe the goodness that you could be seeing on this right now. So,
Oh yes.
oh yes,
Oh yes.
pose.
And Greg doesn't change.
Greg doesn't change. No, Greg's always posing.
He's
I
a
always pose.
poser.
Oh.
The smolder.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, ladies especially, you would be just a wounded.
I swooned.
Swooned. So Alex did freedom things on a boat. Greg, how about you, man? Much freedom.
Oh, all right. So last weekend? Yeah, it was last weekend. Did another volunteer op. I was showing the sticker here in the middle. This is kind of cool. Looks like a PBR beer can for those of you that aren't in the know, but it is actually a fly fishing guide or fly fishing shop / guide company in the Shenandoah Valley here in Virginia. So I got asked by one of the wineries that friends with to come and pour wine and talk about. I love talking about wine, and not as much as beer, but I enjoy it, mainly because I get to walk away with free bottles. It was Virginia's Fly Fishing and Wine Festival.
Ooh.
Right?
Sounds posh.
What an interesting combination. The men go and look at fly fishing equipment, and the ladies come and drink wine. You know, it works.
Sure.
So anyways, so I showed up last weekend for this event, and that was absolutely hilarious. So apparently, there was a storm that was supposed to hit between Saturday and Sunday, and I was supposed to do the event on Sunday. So I showed up to the event, and the other worker wasn't even there. Half of the people that were going to be at the event, like the other vendors, had already left. They're like, nope, we're not even going to stay because the weather's supposed to be bad. So they pulled out. So it ended up being the owner's son and myself were the two people like for the winery pouring wine.
Wow.
Turned into a really good time. I got a chance to meet a bunch of different people and just kind of hang out, and got a bunch of cool stickers and made some contacts in the community. I was telling you, Patrick.
Yeah.
Gosh, was that 2 weeks ago?
No.
Maybe that was.
It was last week.
Was that last week? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did the podcast last week.
We did. We weren't supposed to do it this week because that was still supposed to be underway.
Right. So doing that. So that was entertaining. But this last week, it was kind of nice. You know, I had a normal week at the shop. I'm back on nights. Can't complain about that. I have no idea what you're playing with PT, but it looks really stinking cool. Did you make that?
Yep. I'll talk about it
Okay.
later.
I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
Yeah, you got it.
But yeah, no. So it was a pretty normal week for me, work wise. This evening was kind of fun. So again, apologies for the late start, but I had to go to Six Bears and a Goat, my home brewery, Yep. Moo. Or roar. Roar, man. It was their 5-year anniversary. So they're celebrating this weekend. The brewery's been open for 5 years this year.
Hey!
Right? Congratulations to them, which was really cool. So I did. I went to their 5-year. I went to their 5-year anniversary, and had a really good time. I mean, I wasn't there more than like 2 hours, but no, seriously. Like I think I went over there around 7. But had dinner. Got a chance to kind of see what was going on. Apparently, there was a big thing that happened earlier in the day, which was pretty cool. But more than anything else, it was just a really cool. It was a really cool chance to see, folks from the community, because this place has stayed afloat through COVID.
Right, that says a lot.
There's other breweries in the area that shut down and are gone. They don't exist anymore because they didn't have the base of people to help keep them paying the bills. So it was really cool to get a chance to see, folks coming out. The place was hopping. It was packed, which was kind of cool. It's fairly busy on Friday and Saturday nights normally, but tonight it was nuts. There was a lot of folks there. So all in all, it was a really good time. But been doing that. Other big thing that's kind of been going on. So I know they were kind of here a minute ago, and actually one of them's walking downstairs right now. He's over in the back corner. So this is my brother from another mother. This is John.
I met you guys last week when we did this.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
So
That's Patrick.
Yes.
And
so that's Alex.
It's been a week. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm all
Oh,
set.
hold
so
on.
it's all good.
Sound disappeared on me again because I unplugged it. Wait. Hold
Wait,
on.
don't tell me.
There it is. And output and got it. All right, there we go.
Hey,
Mechanical.
Microphone said no. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
see,
Yes.
Noted.
So anyways, so John and his daughter Karma have been here all this week. They've been hanging out, and this is always fun. I love this guy.
Terrible.
Right?
I survived this kid growing up. He must be the youngest.
No, he's
Nope.
the middle.
Is he the oldest?
no, he's the
Middle.
middle.
He's in the middle.
I know, that's how I'm the worst.
Yeah,
Oh, that explains it.
he got the best.
He got
best
abused
of
from both
both worlds.
ends.
Yup.
Whatever. He had it easy.
But
Yeah.
Take that how you want it.
yeah, no.
Oh man.
But no, we've been having fun. We had a couple nights. Oh gosh, when did we play? We've played Magic at least 2 or 3 nights.
Yesterday, skipped work.
Yeah. No, I had
snow.
there was a threat of snow last night. We got an inch and a half, and it all melted off the roads pretty fast. But they actually they're like, yeah, no, night crew's not coming in tonight. We're actually going in tomorrow. Yay. This is the fun part about being salaried, because they can tell us when and where, and we just show up because we're told to.
Neither of us know what that's like.
I know, right?
Darn.
But no. So I had last night off, and John is a big fan of rum and coke, and I am too. And it's a can of cola
Coke Zero.
that may or may not have extra inside it. So
Zero.
So,
calories,
yeah,
my
so,
man.
yeah.
0 calories.
Boyo's the Captain Morgan. I like Bacardi in my cola, Boyo. That's my I don't like dark. I like dark rum. I like sipping dark rum. I don't like it in my cola.
That's weird.
Nah, man. Clear, like white rum, I can drink these all night and wake up fine the next day. So I'll take that any day.
Uh-huh.
But no, so definitely got some game time in. Got a good laugh because am I still there?
See?
Oh yes, all right. I'm going to change my settings again while I'm talking. But no, like it's been pretty entertaining because vote. Patrick's got the head bob going. But no, it's been what's my train of thought?
It's been good. It's been a good week.
It's honestly it's been a good week. It's been a lot of fun. My only frustrating part about my week is I'm not going on vacation.
Were you supposed to?
So I was supposed to be in the Caribbean this time next week, and I'm not.
COVID or work?
Marine Corps. Long story short, I've come to understand that this command is very particular about anytime you're traveling outside of the country and you have to have certain timelines met, and apparently my email was not sufficient enough and they wanted paperwork on their desk like 30 days ago, and so I have to resubmit. I'm still going, thank God. At least I'm planning on it, but I'm not going on Friday. I am here. So, whatever.
Darn.
I'll make it happen.
Were you able to reschedule your stuff?
Yeah, no, thank goodness. It's really nice when you're able to call the powers that be and go, "Hi, my name is, and I'm an active duty Marine with, with the military, and I apologize, but this is honestly outside of my control. Can you please help me?"
Yeah.
And they go, "First off, sir, let me just thank you for your service." And I'm like, "Thank you very much for your support." And they're like, "We're going to go ahead and reschedule everything for you and blah, blah, blah. And you just, it's like,
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank
so
you.
there was definitely some thank you and thank you Jesus for that one, because honestly,
Oh yeah.
I was not looking forward. Don't get me wrong, like the only reason these vacations right now, especially because of COVID, they're safe. They're following their protocol is extremely stringent. It's
Oh, yeah.
insane how like we're talking like COVID test before you leave within 48 hours, and all kinds of, like, they won't let you on the boat without it, and then like mask and everything else. Like they're very like, we are making sure that everybody is safe. But even with all that, they're still hurting.
Yeah.
And so to be with someone who loves to cruise, Brandy is a gold member in Carnival, which means like she's been on, oh Lord, a lot of cruises.
Yeah.
Like you have to earn points, and every day on a cruise earns you a point.
Right.
And to be a gold member, you have to be in like the 30s. So you do the math.
Yeah.
Most cruises are between 5 and 7 days, 5 to 8
Right.
days. So anyways, so she's been on a lot of cruises. So between that and it's like, I'm military and hey, this is what happened and I'm really sorry, and more specifically, they need people to go on cruises because if you pop positive, you're not allowed on the ship.
Oh.
So there's people canceling left and right. The discounts, gentlemen, if you want to go on a cruise, if you want to book a cruise, even if you're not like, I don't want to go tomorrow, I'd like to go on a cruise in a year and a half or 2 years. Gentlemen, go and book a cruise right now. Boyo, I know you're on the boat all the time. I'm so sorry. I love you.
I'm already going on cruises, man.
It's not the same. You get to go to Caribbean islands and you get a gratuitous amount of alcohol while you're on the boat. It's a really good time.
That's
But-
no different.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
I'll take that one. That's one for me.
Yeah.
But no, so like you get a chance to go and go to these places. So yeah, no, so we were able to thank God we were able, now mind you, it was a pain in the butt. I was on hold in one way, shape, or form. Brandy as well. Between the two of us, we were on hold starting at about 10 o'clock yesterday morning, and we didn't get everything handled until about 2:30 that afternoon. So 4.5
Wow.
hours,
Yeah.
dealing with holds
Sure.
back and forth, trying to get this thing solved.
Because everybody's
But
doing it.
yeah, no, it's nonstop. Well, it's a combination, brother. It's literally it's folks are canceling left and right because reasons, COVID, fears of COVID, whatever else. So there's one. And then on top of that, they're dealing with they have a lack of employees.
Yeah.
Just like everywhere else in the country, they're dealing with an understaffed company. So you add those two things together and you're like, please wait for the next available representative. We're sorry. We will get to you as soon as humanly possible.
There's
Your
only 4
current
of us.
your current wait time is 4 hours later. It's ridiculous. So, but no, it's been taken care of. We've got stuff good. I'm gonna go in tomorrow, and I'm literally gonna like drop a package on my boss's desk and be like, okay, this is the thing that prevented me from going on vacation this next week.
Right.
Here it is again, 3 months in advance.
Yeah.
Let's see if that makes it better. So
Make copies.
but right,
Make
make copies. Oh, not only make copies, but there's a beautiful thing called email traffic,
In triplicate.
and I want you to write it in triplicate. Triplicate.
That's 3, ladies and gentlemen. 3.
And then while you're at it, you need to play a game of set.
Yeah.
Have you ever played this game before? It is very nice. You must come and try it. Oh, God bless.
Do I get points for flipping him in the Indian mode?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll give you an extra one.
Thank you.
You have 4.
Stuck in my head now.
John, I started singing the one little clip. Now John's got the lumberjack song stuck in his head.
Congratulations.
Proud
Welcome
of
to
you.
our world.
They say,
Yep.
congratulations, welcome to my world.
Proud of you.
Childhood back. I've introduced Karma to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's one of her favorite movies to fall asleep to.
Yeah. Well, once you get her down and everything, I was talking to these guys. You come down and chat with us for a few minutes.
Dealing with daddy things.
I'm saying once you have finished with the daddy,
I
we'll
would
be on for a little bit longer.
We'll figure it out.
Come down
Hmm.
and chat for a few minutes.
So,
But-
in
go
my
ahead.
world, it has been it's been a nice week. This week we had to do officers' councils, and we stayed home. They
digital,
said,
right?
They said because of COVID, we're going to keep everything kosher. We're going to keep everything safe, and so we want you to rest and relax and take this time to recharge. And so that's what we did. We had 2 meetings, one on Tuesday and one on Wednesday. Both of them were very, very good, very powerful, exactly what we needed, both spiritually and mentally to bring ourselves back into that. But we got to eat at some pretty amazing places too this week.
What?
Yeah.
How does that work? They like send you money? Like, I know you're not here with everyone.
Right. No, they did tell us, we want you to again rest and relax. So if you need to order food out, go ahead and do that. If you need to
Okay.
go and grab a bite to eat, because we would have been at officers' councils anyways.
Right.
And so Charleston had this. They were doing where the whole city, all the restaurants were doing a special, and I don't know what it's called, but it was
Restaurant
pretty
week.
restaurant week. That's a good
Oh,
way of putting it. And so we ate at this place called 1010 River, which is right off of River Road.
Dude.
Let me tell you,
Yes.
it was quality. It was quality.
yep.
And Carrie and I left that place, and she said, "I am so glad we did that because we, I mean, with our two, with our beautiful children, we tend to eat places like Moe's,
Yeah.
Chipotle, Penn Station. I mean, just things that are very easy, palpable. That not going to give too much of an upset belly and all that stuff. So eating at a place where my entree was a seafood. It was a seafood. Oh goodness, I can't remember the last word, but it was like a stew,
Mm.
almost like a seafood puree. But it was in a cup about this big and about that deep, and there was a salmon cake in the middle of it. Gentlemen, I could have eaten that and been done for the night. Like this was quality. And
Yep.
then I was brought a plate of short rib with like this couscous slash uh just creamy mixture. Guys, I'm salivating over here how good this meal was. And the fellowship was great, the music was good. It really was a quality meal. And then a dessert on the end of that. That to me was enriching. Like boys, we talk about the food that mom and dad would make as we were growing up, and that it would bring us to a different level of just of gratitude and fulfillment and blessing. That meal Tuesday night filled me more than just food. It was just it was quality. And I wish I could eat like that all the time. But
It's nice.
yeah, it really was. It really, really was. Then we had another meeting on Wednesday, and then we kind of tootled around here in town. Still just good quality time together. And then Thursday, our friends from Charleston came up here, and we had some couch talk. We talked on the couch for about 3.5 hours that afternoon. And when you get that chance to sit down with somebody who's in the same situation,
Yep.
who's dealing with the same stuff,
Yep.
it's like therapy,
It
and
is.
it really is. It's therapeutic because it gives you a chance to just to break things down in front of somebody else and go, okay, we're not alone in this. We're not by ourselves in dealing with this situation. And that's one of the biggest blessings to us at officers councils is that we get to sit down at a table of, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people who have the same thing going on,
They can
and
empathize.
yes, the
Exactly.
empathy, I'm here with you. I'm going through the same stuff you are. And I think that's one of the reasons why I so very much want this time with you two, because even though we're in completely different areas of our lives when it comes to, well, maybe not you two specifically,
Yeah.
but
We we ours are a little bit similar, but yes,
Yeah.
continue. No, you're on
but
the same page. We're on the
in a
same page.
in a way, we have so much in common. Not just our blood, not just our genetics, not just our awesome eyebrows, but we have so much in common
Eyebrow.
that
We did that at the same time.
being able to sit down and see you and hear you, and more than that, experience what you're going through
Mhm.
from your perspective, that to me is therapy. That's therapeutic. And so yeah, i I was blessed this week. Now, I've been holding on to this thing. I've been playing with this whole time. This, my boys, is something I have printed on my 3D printer. Okay. And it is a maze within a maze within a maze. Okay. and there are 4 cylinders. 1, 2, blue, red. So there's 4 cylinders. And once you open it up, um, you can put something special in there. You can put like, anything you can roll up and fit into the space about the size of my pinky. And so I'm going to be sending you two something in the mail probably within the next 2 weeks. But I'd like for you not to open it, Greg, and
Okay.
Alex, if you would also ask your lovely wife not to
Yeah.
open it until once you get back in March.
Okay.
And when you get back in March, there's going to be a very special thing that we're going to do on this channel with those. Okay.
All right.
So keep that in
I
mind.
like
keep
it.
keep it under your hat. I think it's going to be a great experience for all of us and for those watching and participating with us through this podcast because you may not know this, ladies and gentlemen, but we all love puzzles. Absolutely
Yeah.
love puzzles.
No.
No, no, no.
No.
And so I think it really started when our grandma and grandpa Melek at their house, they had these wooden. They were probably about this tall,
Yep.
and they were about this long, about this tall, and about this wide. And there was a rope that went through these wooden hoops. This rope that went through these hoops, and then at the bottom of it was a brass ring. And the object of this puzzle was to get the
Puzzles. There was multiple ones.
Yeah. The object of these puzzles was to get the brass ring off. Separate it from the puzzle without like breaking the rope or breaking the wood or anything else. And so when we would go to Grandma and Grandpa Melek's, now you guys, I was there more than you because I was here longer. But my
True.
whole, yeah, my whole
I was here longer than you.
but my whole like that would always take my attention for a bit of time being at Grandma and Grandpa Melek's and learning how to play chess with Grandpa and always having ice cream after dinner.
I
But
beat him, by the way.
you beat Grandpa in chess.
I did, in fact.
That's awesome.
Pretty sure he let me win.
That's awesome. Well, hey, that's okay. That's quality time in my book,
It's true.
But there you go, Greg.
That is cool.
And so all of them are hollow, and so that's the one that you can actually put something inside of. But yeah, so this has been on my dining room table for about a week now, and the whole family, we're trying to time ourselves now as we go through this to see who can get through it the fastest. And if my telling of this story gives you any indication of what's going to happen in March when you two have these both in your hand, it's going to be fun. So, all right, cool.
Challenge accepted.
I've also printed things like this. Greg, I don't know if you've seen this yet. But
I have not.
This is my dice box. Okay.
I just have a little. I just have a little felt bag that I keep all mine in.
On the inside, I have printed Psalm 17:5.
Nice.
Which pretty much my interpretation of that verse is God plans my steps. And so the tossing of the dice, God's got this. So yeah, good times. Oh, I knew I dropped my percentage dice. Or die. Pardon me. Die. I've also done things like this. I've done fishing lures that modulate in the water when you pull them through. So, and you install hooks in the tail and underfin, and as it's coming through the water, the fish strike it. Guys,
that is.
And this guy.
Yes, you built him.
Oh, does he articulate?
No, he is firm foundation, but I got to show you real quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize if you get a little, but he's right there in the blue light, and yeah, he's just he's pretty solid. So yes, I did build him, or I printed him.
I don't have a
And,
picture of it, but you know that Boba Fett sticker you made for me all those a
Oh
couple
yeah,
years ago.
yeah, the green one.
You know it's on my truck.
It's still on your truck, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Loud and proud.
Yeah. So
I have a Boba Fett sticker, a Six Bears and a Goat, and my Serenity. Yep, there's
there he
Alex's.
is. Yeah, Star Wars coffee. Let's go. Oh, and the Mandalorian symbol.
Yep.
So
Mine's on my other computer.
speaking of which, have you guys watched this season of the Book of Fett?
Can't.
No?
All right, I've seen the first. Do you want to grab a chair?
You haven't, Alex?
No, Liz and I tried to start watching it, but Caroline got scared, so we had to stop.
Oh.
And we don't want to watch
gotcha.
it without each other.
Got it. All right.
So I have seen. Hold on.
It's quality.
I'm excited.
This is where the alcoholics play.
Yes.
Quality.
Oh, good.
Well, except for me, I'm a teetotaler.
I'm gonna sit here and judge you all equally
What?
as myself.
What?
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 I judge all the alcoholics, including me.
Oh, not that guy though.
Yeah, not me.
No, he doesn't drink.
What?
Yep.
You must not be in the military.
He's not.
That explains it.
Yeah, no, I'm a pastor.
You probably have like mental stability.
A little bit.
Yes.
Just a scotch. Just a scotch.
And that might be why you didn't end up in the military.
Yeah.
Weird
knows?
correlation there.
Guilty.
Guilty. he
Obviously,
says.
Guilty.
Alex is in the military because he's got the military stash going on.
He's
got
got
the
the
Navy
nice stash. That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
If he was in the Marine Corps, I'd call that a master gun stash. Like that thing is filled in very nice. It's quality.
See?
You could get away with
that.
Mm-hmm.
Look
could
at
get away
No,
that.
I hate on mustaches, but it's actually pretty solid. I mean, it looks like something that I'd buy at the store and glue to my lip.
I grew up myself.
Yeah, well, I couldn't do that, so I'd have to buy it at the store and glue it to me.
Tom Selleck is envious.
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious.
Magnum PI. For sure.
Alex, you've lost a little bit of weight. buddy.
Nuns don't work on Sundays.
Well, they don't feed me while I'm out, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's not by choice.
You lost a little bit of weight. Looking good.
Yeah,
man.
one of the worst things about being on the boat out to sea for periods at a time, we have rice, peanut butter and jelly, or MREs. What you want? I'm like, I'll take a peanut butter and jelly. My body can't handle another MRE thing. And then all the Marines would get off the boat, and I was attached to AIMD, and all of a sudden the food quality like skyrocketed. I'm like, F those Marines on the boat. Those like, what the?
Family Channel.
Oh,
He says, "Oh."
Oh.
what the fudge?
Ah,
No, man.
Yeah, it's all right. Family Channel. We try to mind our P's and Q's.
I have lots of guilt.
It's okay.
it happens.
Oh man.
It's the one time.
Everybody gets one.
Well, I just used like 4 episodes of F-bombs.
It was still in one sentence. You get one.
We got banned by the what's the name of that?
Maybe I should go sit over there.
No, you're good. Kidding.
I'm in the bad kid corner.
So,
Just go sit over there.
Greg, do you have who has the question this week?
It is great.
Oh,
It is
goodness
Greg.
gracious. Is it mine?
Yeah, it's you.
Oh
man.
man,
We're
this is
roll
gonna be
those up.
fun. I am so looking forward to this now because now we have 3 of you to include myself.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
always
gonna
3
be
of us to
entertaining.
include yourself. Now we would have 4.
4 of us to include myself.
You got 5 fingers, man. Use them.
Oh, where's it at? There it is.
Hey, John, did you happen to see the picture? You probably didn't because I only sent it to Greg. But my family went to Applebee's on Sunday, and when we walked in, I found a Marine Corps smorgasbord.
Oh yes, you did.
You found the basket of crayons.
Oh, it wasn't just a basket, my man.
It was glorious.
It was the stinking box. It
My
was
friend, that's the
everything.
appetizer section.
Oh, is that all? Oh,
Yeah,
my
that's
bad.
the appetizers.
My bad. Well,
Yeah.
That's the key. Well, it's like when you go to Olive Garden and they have the unlimited breadsticks. That's that's the thing right there for Marines. It's like
unlimited breadsticks. Let's go.
yes.
So Craig,
when I was
how
on
many of us?
recruiting, I made good friends with the Army recruiters, and
Yeah.
like they bought me Pez crayon dispenser. Like, well, no, they're Pez dispensers in the shape of crayons. I'm sorry, like not as cool as I
was about to
ordered
say,
that.
you got a Pez dispenser that dispenses crayons? Let's go.
Yeah, that would have been
That's
phenomenal.
impressive.
Lift the head up. Shunk.
I'll take this, thank you.
Yeah.
No, I
That's a
was
good
very
day.
proud about it, and I actually had them displayed on my desk at work, and people were like, "What's that about?" I'm like, "Snacks." Like,
I watched a TikTok of a Marine. She got out of the Marine Corps, and it was everyone was like, "Oh no, you're not in the military. You definitely didn't serve." And she was showing all of the things in my house because I'm not in the military.
yeah,
It wasn't
that
the
one.
military. Dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun dun. And it was like all of her uniforms and a bunch of different other things and random stuff. And then like the one was like, the snacks. And it was like the glitter Crayola crayons. I died. I was laughing so hard. I was like, there it is. There it is.
And glitter.
Called it.
branch you served in?
Are you asking me?
No.
Oh, my bad.
Did you serve in the military?
No.
No, sir. No. Straight into seminary out of high school.
Oh, you're in a different service.
Completely different service. Yes, sir. Yep.
All right.
What you got,
That
G?
explains the mental stability.
Hey.
All right.
Hi.
Let's do these. These are
Quiet.
Dead air.
Yep, nope, dead air.
Dead air.
Wait. No, you got to watch his eyeballs while he's reading. It's great.
Yeah, they go so fast. All right. I have found it. I think these will be good.
Ooh.
So as usual for me, I love, obviously you guys know I love rapid fire questions. I think they're fun,
Hadn't a clue.
they're entertaining, and we get some interesting. Actually, we're gonna bump this up
Oh,
because we got an extra player.
we get 6 minutes now.
Do I get to know what the rules of the game are, or
All
I
right.
just got to play?
So it's very simple. So normally, I'll explain this real quick. So normally we do a question every week, and we rotate between the three of us. So one of us will ask a question. Sometimes it's philosophical, sometimes it's funny. It really just kind of depends on whoever is the person of the week and kind of what we decide to choose. Me personally, I've started falling into, I love rapid fire questions. I think they're fun. I think they're entertaining, especially depending on what the questions are. It gives an opportunity for each of us to throw something out there. It's like, man, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I really, like, that's your answer.
Yeah.
So
We're the Lava Brothers. We're out. See ya.
I'm gonna throw this out there. On my fourth drink of the night. This should be very entertaining.
Yeah.
This makes it fun.
Why are you breathing in a little mini bag?
I
It looks like you need oxygen. Oh,
used to
some
show
little
off.
tiny bag.
That's a napkin.
Yeah.
What is?
Angry Beavers.
Oh, it's got.
Do, do,
But wait,
do,
there's
do.
more.
There's two of them.
What? It's a magic show.
It's a magic trick.
Yeah.
I will tell you, you need to look up dad jokes before we because you're gonna have to read some dad jokes. But so yes, no. So for me, my favorite thing to do.
Whoa, wait. He did the thing. It was in his hand, and then it was gone, and like I don't under. Whoa.
Jazz hands.
Wasn't supposed to show you that. Sorry.
It's all the presentation. I love it.
So my favorite thing to do. I love rapid fire questions. On a positive note, you're sitting right next to me and you're staring at them too. So you're actually getting.
You're assuming I can read.
Marines can't read. So normally I set 5 minutes on the clock for these, but in this case, since there's 4 of us this time around, we'll do 7. Gentlemen, we'll do 7 minutes.
Can you count that
high?
Yes, I can.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we got this.
Got it.
Teamwork.
Got it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right.
So I'll set 7 minutes on the clock for this one, and we will go. You know what? Let's go in age order.
Okay.
Age before beauty. So John, you get to go first.
All right.
What?
And
John's
then
older than me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 42.
Oh.
Yeah. No, John beats you. Sorry, brother.
Oh. I'm 39.
Look. Right
Yeah.
there.
See the gray? See the gray?
I see it. I see it. Mine's
White.
coming in here though, man. But
He's
you
got
can't
the-
show that.
No.
Well, I have it here too. I'm just shaved.
Yeah.
All right.
We got that pretty face.
The pretty face. That's
the pretty young face. You look younger. She
What?
carded. So anyways, so we'll do that. So again, we'll go through order. So it'll be John, Patrick, myself, and then Boyo, you'll be last.
All
right.
Oh.
And you can make them as short as you want. You can make them as long as you want, but the goal is to try to keep them as short as possible. All right? So, gentlemen, with that in mind, in 3, 2, 1, go. First question, what has been your favorite age so far?
12. And the reason for this is old enough to understand what chores are, not old enough to have to do them on the regular.
That's good. That's real
That's
good.
a good answer.
I like that. 16, I had more freedom than I ever knew I had. And then I lost it.
I'm gonna go with 18.
Oh, you blew past Greg.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I will go. I will go.
Questions.
I will go with either current age 33 because it's obviously a blast, or 17.
So you signed up for the military at 17. You signed up at 18. Is
19.
No, he joined at 19.
Oh, okay.
I was smart.
Oh, so 19. That's the end of 18. You're like 18 was better
Yep.
than 19.
18 was definitely better than 19.
Winning.
Got it. All right, next question. What's your go-to lazy dinner,
Oh, Totino's frozen pizza.
Patrick?
Domino's.
Easy.
Ramen. Top ramen.
Ooh, top ramen.
Red beans and rice.
Good choice.
Where? You make it?
Yeah.
Of course he does.
You realize
He
how
always does.
lazy that is?
That's lazy?
Yeah.
Throw it in a pot.
Yeah.
You know they make
We're gonna have to-
microwavable rice now, right?
I'm gonna need to come to your place.
All right.
Yeah, I know, right? He makes all things. Favorite thing to do in the summertime?
Mountain bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Fishing.
Between fishing and floating on the river.
Fishing.
How often do you floss?
Whenever I drive, I keep flossers in the car and idle driving. Like, that's my time, man. I just keep going.
Classic. After every time I eat, because I got a tooth back here that just decides it wants to hold all the protein.
When I
If he has
no, I go next. When I feel like my teeth are like, even after I brush, when just something doesn't feel right, I floss.
Right before I go to the dentist.
Hey,
I I'm the only one who's truthful.
You do it consistently 3 days before going to the dentist. You'll go in, your gums are no longer swollen, and they won't know the difference. As somebody who was trained as a dental assistant.
Got it.
Same.
What was your major in college?
Ooh, general studies, and then drop out, join the military. Good to go.
Nice. Music education and then seminary.
Nice. Didn't go to college. Planning on studying engineering.
Nuclear engineering.
Smarty.
Wait, are you a nuke?
Yeah, he's a nuke for
Yep.
the Navy.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
I am too.
That's you.
He knows my pain.
What was the?
No, I took the ASVAB for the Navy, and I scored a 92 when I was like 19 years old. They tried to put me in the nuke program. I moved out of my parents' house. That recruiter found me at my apartment and kept knocking on my door. I'm like, bro, I don't know you. And he's like, you ready to go to MEPS again? I'm like, no. Like,
Wow.
scared me away from the military completely for like 7 years.
Wow.
What
intensity?
What is the stupidest dare you've ever agreed to?
Family Channel?
Probably skinny dipping in the pond, like at our property in like February.
Homemade potato gun.
What eyebrows? Still a great story. It was right. They're back. They grew. It's probably something in the military. Definitely something I probably won't repeat out loud ever again.
Took an entire log set wearing only my boots, my belt, and my TLD.
That is awesome.
Wait, I would like to amend this. Eating a ghost pepper.
Oh gosh, that's terrible.
We call that Tuesday.
Inch of my body where that thing traveled. That was probably the stupidest dare.
We had a Marine do it with a one chip. Did a one chip challenge a couple months ago. I'll never forget it. What item is worth spending money on?
Kids.
Good plan.
Yeah. All my hobbies went to shit after that. Oh. I'm out.
You get one.
Speaking of that, quality toilet paper.
Quality toilet paper. Obviously, Zoe is one, but sunglasses is my I will always I'll swear by that.
Yeah. Nice.
Ingredients.
Good call. Is your bed made right now?
No, my child did it during the day, but I make it every morning when I get out of bed.
Good call.
Thanks,
Semi.
Mine is actually made because we just changed the sheets.
On the boat, yes.
All right, we got a little less than a minute and a half. If you could afford any car, which one would you drive?
Subaru WRX.
Okay.
Turbo.
One of James Bond's cars.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just
late 60s Shelby Mustang GT.
There it is.
That one car from Top Gear.
I like it.
The one where it was like a mobile fortress on wheels that had kill ports in the back, came with 16 fully automatic. What? Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah. That's the one.
Chose way lowballed on. Damn.
Have you ever written a song for someone?
No.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
I'd about to say I know you have, PT.
Yeah.
I've not.
No.
The last craft you made. All right, no worries. Patrick?
Mine's easy.
Oh gosh, what did I don't know. I definitely have made some cards recently, but that's about all I can think of.
Sewing your crows on your coveralls count?
Yeah, that's a craft.
All right.
Crafty.
All right. We'll finish this last one because we just hit the timer. What is... Oh, actually, nope, we're going to skip that one. What movie do you enjoy quoting the most?
That I enjoy quoting the most.
Yeah, what movie do you enjoy quoting the most?
One that probably pops in my head way too often and it shouldn't? No. Scratch that. Forrest Gump.
Oh no, Jenny.
Oh no, Jenny. These were my magic shoes.
You know, Lieutenant Dan, stupid is as stupid does.
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got bro. You ain't got no legs.
Greg?
Oh man.
welcome.
The one that pops into my head immediately, I probably did it more in high school than now, is probably Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail.
Yep.
I think I use that one the most. The only other thing like that I quote, like movie quotes, I don't really do movie quotes as much anymore. It's more TikTok. I know. I'm terrible.
Anchorman.
Anchorman.
Nice.
Remember, anything goes. Just, there's one rule. Don't touch the hair of the face.
I'm pretty sure that was just unspoken, you know. Yeah. Brick, where'd you even get a hand grenade? I don't know.
I stabbed a guy with a spear.
Yeah, you killed a guy. You know, you should probably lay low for a couple of days. I love that movie.
Oh, man.
But that would be time.
A cheetah and a lion are racing. The cheetah wins. The lion says, "Man, you a cheetah." The lion says, "Nah, man, you a lion."
Yeah.
What do you call a zombie who cooks stir fries?
I don't know.
Dead man walking.
Walking. I almost bought one of those this week. Not a dead man.
They're worth it.
walk.
They're worth it. Honestly, if you've got gas and you're willing to set it up, brother, get a nice walk.
Yeah. I don't have gas though. I just have glass.
I have electric.
I have a glass
And
top.
that's the only reason why I'm just like, it's not worth it.
Okay. I see your glass is empty. Would you like another one? Why would I want two empty glasses?
That's a Mitch Hedberg joke.
That's a would you like your milk in a bag?
Hey, what do you call...
Someone glued my pack of cards together. I don't know how to deal with it.
There it is. There it is. Hey, what do you call a woman who's really good at darts?
The floozy. I don't know.
Family Channel.
Wow. Gee whiz. No, Amy. Goodness.
My name's Amy.
Sorry. That was what went through my head. But what is the joke?
Amy.
Amy.
Amy? Amy. Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Nah.
I'll give you a point for that one, Patrick.
Thank you.
That's 5.
I didn't last very long on my last job as human cannibal. I was fired.
Yeah.
So as I stood behind a customer at an ATM, he turned around and said, "Can you check my balance?" So I pushed him.
Pushed her over.
His balance wasn't that great.
I have a fear of overly intricate buildings. I have a complex.
Yeah.
Oh man. I have a fear of speed bumps.
Oh yeah?
I'm slowly getting over it.
Yeah, slowly getting over it. Yeah. Why did the non-binary prospector head out west?
Love this one.
There was gold in them there hills. Sorry.
So as I put the car in reverse, this takes me back.
Yep.
Them there?
I've
weird.
got this. I got this disease where I can't stop making airport puns, and the doctor says it's terminal.
Yeah, this is dad jokes.
Oh, okay. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs next to a hole?
Plug.
Doug.
Doug. My cloning experiments finally paid off.
Those, so.
My cloning experience finally played off. Experiments. Cloning experiments. Yeah. I'm so excited I'm beside myself.
This is my step ladder. I never knew my real ladder.
Right. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs in a pool?
Bob.
Perfect.
Perfect?
Yeah,
Perfect.
no. Bob.
Bob.
Yeah.
You got it right.
Why? Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure I should use that one. Why can't blind people eat fish?
Because they can't see the bones.
It's seafood.
Oh.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Can't see food.
That's bad.
Right there. Okay, what do you call a guy with no arms, no legs that's trying to shave?
Unfortunate.
Harry?
Nick.
No. An elderly couple is in church. The wife says to the husband, "I've left out one of those silent farts. What do I do?" The husband says, "Change the battering in your hearing aid." Okay.
I like this one. What does a lemon say when it answers the phone?
Squeeze me?
What does a lemon say when it answers the phone?
Squeeze me.
No.
No.
Yellow.
What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs in a hole?
This I could think of one thing, but I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Plug?
Phil.
Phil. Phil. Hey, what's the most effective way to remember your wife's birthday?
Oh, well, whatever way won't put you in a hole, like Phil.
Forget it once.
You call a guy with no arms and no legs hanging on a wall.
How?
Art.
Art?
Art.
Art. I said to the customer, "So, you'd like a cheeseburger?" "Yes," he said. "Well done." "Thank you," I said.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, wrap it up, boys. Last one. Go ahead.
Last one.
I don't know if we said this one before. How much does it cost Father Christmas to park his sleigh?
It's on the house.
It's on the house. Nothing.
Patrick?
Yo, tomorrow my son and I are getting new glasses, and after that, we'll see.
We'll see.
Awesome.
What do you call a guy with no arms, no legs, sitting on your doorstep?
Matt.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good. I like it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an episode of Brothers in Arms podcast. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This was episode 92, put out on the interwebs. You can find us on Podbean, anywhere your podcasts are produced. You will find them there. You will also find us on twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms podcast. You can also find us on Twitter at YourBIA podcast. And finally, if you'd like to watch this episode afterwards, you can catch us on YouTube. There you'll find us at Brothers in Arms podcast. That's all one word. that about wraps it up. So, gentlemen, do you have any parting words before we kick it out?
I'd like to say thank you for tolerating my potty mouth. I'm sorry I'm a rookie.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight, John. We appreciate you.
Alex, you just have to go back through OBX and like.
That's my job.
Oh.
We'll find it. We'll work. It'll be all right. No worries.
Can I have a duck sound when I
Quack?
yeah, please.
Let me see what I can do. Absolutely.
That'd be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Listen to that one just to hear it.
Cool. Greg, Al?
Do you have? Well, I'll give it to John. Do you have any?
No, that was it.
Oh,
that was my parting word.
Very well then. As always, gentlemen, drink water, change your socks, take Motrin. I can never say that enough.
Make sure it's in your medical record too.
And document it. Amen.
Hey, that's a good word. Alex?
We tired, yo.
Yeah, yes, he is. I can see.
I'm glad you're at least home tonight, boyo.
Yeah.
Go sleep in your own bed for a little
Yay,
bit.
duty.
Yeah, he's got duty tomorrow.
And then I go back out. Yay.
Party.
Real insight in 18 was the best year of your life, and then you joined the military.
Yay.
All I gotta go ahead.
Tell me your legacy, right? On your retirement plan?
Yeah, I'm still high 3. Yeah.
Bless you. Bless you.
Yes, won't
Thanks
say
for your
that
service.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Shut up,
Thank
Greg.
Yeah. And family, all I gotta say is definitely check in with those you love. See how they're doing. Yeah, find that time where you can be a fill up for each other. And yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us. So everyone take care. Have a blessed week, and we will talk at you next time. Probably won't be next weekend. No, it might be next weekend because Alex, you are back.
I should be available Sunday night. So our usual regular bat time, same bat channel.
So we should be back here next Sunday with you. So that's the first Sunday of February. Look out.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I know,
Yep.
right? Crazy
Oh
stuff.
my gosh. Okay.
All right. Well, y'all take care. We'll catch you later. Catch you later. Love you. Bye. See ya.
Love you too. Bye.
Goblin Tribal.
Goblin Tribal.
Gosh, you and your decks. I still can't believe you told me how much that one's worth.
Goblin Tribal?
No, my dragon deck.
Oh yeah. No, dude.
I looked it up. It's insane.
It's insane. It came from a perfect period. You know? And literally that perfect period is just ridiculous for the pre-cons being that expensive. Edgar is more expensive than that.
Rebuilding that deck is anywhere between $500 and $800.
Yep.
That's insane.
A pre-con.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's the difference between a cranky 2-year-old and a duckling?
Are we still recording?
We are in fact.
One's a whiny toddler and the other's a tiny waddler.
Nah.
Meh.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.